How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to Railroads Online, where it's an open world railroad where you can build your own railroad lines, build your own trains, your own locomotives to get from point A to point B to all the local, or not really local, but all the distribution centers and stuff like that to deliver logs, cordwood, wooden beams, lumber, iron ore. As you can see here, you have the smelter, sawmill, logging camp, you got your freight depot, iron ore mine, coal mine, refinery, ironworks, and oil field. A lot of stuff to connect up to right now. I've already connected up the freight depot to the logging camp and also to the sawmill. So we have that triangle right there. What I'm wanting to try to do today is, if you guys saw the hour premiere with T-Man and myself, we went ahead and did a little bit of logging and brought some cordwood and some lumber, stuff like that, and we built up a nice little train here for the lumber and also purchased the caboose. Today's goal, I'm hoping to be able to do a little bit more, but today's goal is to fix a stretch of track and make a bridge to make it look a little bit more realistic. I'm gonna disconnect this if I can. Hold on. First things first. Let's do that. I'm gonna connect a fix some track and lay a bridge down, and then move on from there. I want to try to connect up, if I can, I want to try to connect up to, get out of this. I'm trying to scroll around the map and it doesn't quite work. I want to try to connect up to the smelter. And then from there I can branch off and then go down to the iron ore mine eventually through the mountain. And also, I have been grinding a bit offline here for you guys. Last time we were, I think, a level 4 and didn't have that much money, but now I am a level 5 and I have $4,718. So if I get out of this, there we go. So I want to go ahead, and I have one track available here for when I purchase stuff. So what I'm gonna do is, I now have enough experience points and also money. I can now get a tier 5 DNRG class 70 locomotive. That's $4,300. I'm gonna change the smokestack and I'm gonna change the light. That will be $4,430. So I still have enough money so I can go ahead and order this. But first I want to change the locomotive number 1. I am going to name the locomotive itself something kind of cool. Not really cool, but something different. Something catchy. Something different. How about, let's see. Let me see if I can find something here. Alright, so I decided to go with Goliath. Now, the thing is... Wow, Boomer. Shake the whole house. Now, the thing is once this name is set on the locomotive and on the tender, it's set. You cannot edit this. So in order to get a new engine with a different name, or get an engine or locomotive with a new name, you have to purchase a whole new locomotive. So I'm going to go with A&M Railroad. Is that right? Oops. Yeah, that'll be good. Alright, so let's go ahead and order that. So that is waiting for us. Oh yeah. So now we can hook our train up to this butte down here. And it has a light on it. I don't know how you... Can you just click on it? Oh, you do. You just click on it and look at that. The light turns on. Nice. Okay, how do you turn it off? I clicked on it to turn it on. Alright, I guess it's just going to stay on now unless it burns out after a while. I have no idea. There's a flame inside, so I'm assuming so. Maybe it runs off of pressure or something like that. But you can see the locomotive number 1 has the number there. Does it have the number on the side? Yep, up here. It has the number up here as well. And then you see Goliath. And then A&M Railroad. And then up top here, you see like a little lid right there. That's where the water goes in. And then a whole bunch of firewood for fuel. Now, you can open up the door, I do believe. I can hear it, but it's... Oh, there it goes. Alright, so you can hop on in, and you have a bunch of... Usually it has the control names. Not sure... Usually it has... Maybe I gotta go into first person here. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know, because usually it has the thing up top. So either way, I mean, it looks like this might be for the regulator. Or, no, that's the reverser. That's to go forward and back. So go ahead and put that back into neutral. This must be... what's it called? The regulator. That's the throttle up, throttle down. Not sure. That might be the sander. Where's the brake at? So this is gonna be for the air cocks. And of course the whistle. That's a door. There's a valve here. Not sure what that does. So you get the generator, compressor. I guess we're just going to have to figure that out when the time comes. But as of right now, we're going to mess with that later. But we have work to do. So I'm going to get to that section of the track and I'll show you what I'm going to try to do. Alright, so I just traveled down the line here. And we came up to our first major switch on our main line that splits off. If you go left, it'll go to the logging camp. If you go right, you will end up going to the sawmill. Well, I kind of want to start this switch back a little bit further so that way I can start ramping up a gradual incline up this hill. So that way it doesn't like go gradual and all of a sudden just ramp up. And then also what I would like to do is, like I mentioned in the last episode, I want to bridge this because it gets kind of high up to get all the way down. So pretty much I am going to delete from this switch and even back a little bit further, to be honest with you. I'm going to delete this switch here, probably back to where this groundwork goes all the way back. You can kind of see the groundwork right here. Since it's already back that far, I might take the switch back to there and start from there. But I'm going to delete all the way up to the next switch over by the sawmill. So let me go ahead and delete all that. I'm going to leave the groundwork so that way I have a path for now. So I'm going to demolish the rails. It's set for rails, so I'm going to demolish that. And I guess I'll start right here. And I'm going to go ahead and demolish all this because this is going to end up being pretty much double tracked. all the way down through here. And I will end up possibly having to redo some of the groundwork, but we'll see. I'm going to take this back to there and then start taking this back. So I will see you when I'm on the other side. Actually, you know what? I'm going to delete... Well, no. I kind of want to delete the groundwork because that way I can actually have something else to work with. So let me go ahead and demolish all. There we go. Alright. Now I'll see you on the other side. Alright, so I pretty much got back to the switch here by the sawmill. And I pretty much stopped here because this is where the bridge is going to start, right here. And it's going to start ramping up that hill. So let me see if I can get this to where I might just bridge this all the way down. So let me try to line it up with the track and also right at that ground work height. I'm gonna go off and start a 1% incline. Alright, so there we go. And then I need to hit left Alt to toggle curve radius so that way I can actually move it about. So let's see how this works. Alright, so 1% didn't quite make it to the top of the hill. It's kind of ending up right here. So I'm going to have to delete that back again and possibly go for a 2% and see if that'll work. Alright, so I'm going to go into bridges here. I'll probably start off with a 1% and then move to a 2%. So let me get it lined back up. Right there. Come out with it. 1%. And then do a 1% again. Make sure I'm going the right way with it here. And also left Alt so I can move it. 1%. And then I'm going to go to a 2%. And I might have to delete a couple trees here because I'm kind of hugging those trees right there. So I'm not quite sure how that's going to look. We'll see and find out once I get up onto the bridge and am able to see if there's enough clearance. Alright, so here I'm going to start. Can I start? No? Why is that? Okay, so I'm going to have to go to 2% to there. Or not. Why did that... I don't understand why that is doing that. Is it going to pop out over here? It is. Okay. So let me try to figure this out here. Actually, I'm just going to end it right there. And then I'll do the ground height starting from here and a 1% downgrade all the way down. And hopefully it'll work out. So I crouch and try to get it to match up with the top of this. Have it level for a little bit so that way I don't have a nasty kink at the top of the hill. That, and then a 1% downgrade. I might have to do a 2% down through here. The way it's looking. That's a pretty tall hill for a 1% decline. Because, holy crap, look how tall I still am. Alright, we're going to redo it. Alright, we're going to do this again. And we're pretty much going to try and go 1% down. Why is it not clicking onto there? That's... There it goes. Alright. So we're going to go out a little bit. But what I was trying to say is that we might have to keep adjusting the grade until it looks good and we can reach the end point here at this gradient. Like if it's not going to be good at 2%, which doesn't look like it's going to be, we might have to do a 3%. Bunch of trial and error. So I will see you when I actually get this looking good. Alright, so I have the bridge put in. I also had to restructure the other line as well going up that hill. You'll see that when we get there. But now I'm going to start laying this track across the bridge. And the one thing you need to know, if you get this game, it is in early development. It's early access. The developers are still working on building the game and fixing bugs. This game is strictly online. There is no actual quote-unquote single player. This game will freeze. This game will lock up on you every once in a while. It's happened to me multiple times. It's happened to T-Man a couple times. So what you need to do is manually save. There is no autosave feature at this moment in time. So you have to physically, manually save. And I can't strict that enough. Save, 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 save. I mean, I cannot stress that enough. So, I just got done saving because I just did a lot of work. So now it is time to go ahead and lay this track down. And I'm going to switch up the track type once I get to about right here. Rails, and then it's going to be the 3-foot rail deck. Not just 3-foot rail, it's rail deck, because this is made for bridges. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep clicking pretty much right in the middle of the bridge to keep the track in line as best I can. And I have to hit the left alt again. Every time you work with bridges, you have to work with the left alt. And you can only go so far with the track pieces before it kind of disappears. You can't go any further. So, yeah. So let me get up to the top of the hill and I will show you what I had to do at the top with the other track as well. Alright, so that is that. I just finished saving once again. And as you can see, the track is across the whole bridge now. And this is the track coming up the other side. This is going down to the logging camp. And I ended it right here. And I kind of I just basically did a double bridge down until it meets the ground level again. And I can start working on trying to get the switch and stuff put back in. So let me finish up this side, and then I'll start on this side, go take that side down, and we'll see how it looks from there. Alright, so now I have both of the tracks completed on the bridges. I'm not sure how they actually look. I don't know if they're kind of weeble wobbly, you know, kind of crooked going back and forth, but so far they both look halfway decent. So let me go ahead and double check everything, make sure everything looks good and not have to redo anything. And then I'll start working on completing this down with the groundwork and the switch, and then connect it up, connect the rails back up, basically. Alright, so I ended up having to back this up even further because of where the switch would have been. There's so much of an angle shooting off of this that it would have been like an out and then back in and then back up type of thing, and I really don't want that. So to get this rail straight, I'm going to try something here real quick. I'm going to do this and then connect one onto there, and then if I can, does it switch right? Maybe? Can I attach this? I figured that would have worked, but I don't think it's going to. I was hoping to be able to connect. It almost wants to connect onto it, but it won't. there should be a way of being able to do things here a little bit easier. I'm not quite sure. Let me see something once. Actually, what if I know what I need to do? Okay, let's try this. Ah, not that. There's tricks of doing things. Why is it not? It's not cooperating. It's not cooperating. Connect. There you go. All right. Go out with that. Go out with another one. And another one. Trying to think of how far out I need to go with this. Let's do one more. Do that. And then out this direction. Like that. And then what I can do is do a switch out. Like that. Oh, that's not going to work. Okay, so I need to go back even further. Delete that, delete that. Let's go 3 more, just to be on the safe side. 1, 2, 3. All right. Go out with this way, like that. And then put a switch in right here, and you'll see why I'm doing this in just a second. That's still not there. Did I go? Yeah. Okay, so I need to go another one. Demolish. Demolish. Another one there. So what I'm trying to do is get a curve. I'm not sure if that will... Still not going to be enough. Try to get a nice gradual curve. You know what? I'm just going to be safe. I'm going to do 2 more. 1 there. And some of you might be able to see what I'm trying to do. Now others are like, what the heck is this guy doing? Is he out of his mind? No. Well, maybe. That's the wrong piece. But since I'm doing that, take it out this way. And then maybe you guys can see what I'm trying to do. Alright. There's that. So now... There's that. Now, regular track. Okay, so that's not going to work. I need to put groundwork down first. And to do this, I'm going to start all the way back here because I want to put some groundwork underneath this. So I want to get this level. I'm going to shoot it across halfway and then kind of shoot out with it this direction so it has that curved out look. Then I'm going to come over with it after I get unstuck from the switch. I'm going to come back in with it and then come out this way, and I'm going to follow this around like this. And it looks like it might be going slightly uphill here. There. And I don't think that's going to be quite level. I might have to redo that groundwork, which sucks, but... Alright. I have groundwork now. I can put rails down. So attach this, like that, and then Bam. And then what I'll do... Am I on... That's rails. Didn't want to delete that one over there, but it's okay. Attach. And attach. And there you go. Now I have this split off to where it'll go that way. A lot of work goes into building this. This is why a lot of times I will cut this out of videos. This is why I cut a lot of it out of last video as well. So, alright, so that's that. Alright, so that's looking good. Now I need to start getting this done. So let me go ahead and I'm going to finish this up all the way. And to keep this as straight as possible, it's going to have to kind of angle out this direction to connect up. And then this one's going to have to angle back in to connect up. So I cannot use this method here, but I will use it up to this point. So that way our split track is dead even with each other. And what I'll do is I will delete this switch. So that way I can go ahead and put this cross tie in over to here. And I'll show you how we can get the track straight and not just go by piece by piece by piece. So let's go with this. And that might actually be good. I think that might just be short enough. Connect and connect. All right. And then what we'll do is delete 2. Maybe. Delete 2. There we go. There's 1. There's 2. And this is pretty much how you get straight track. Put two cross members in, or put multiple cross members in, and then every 2 you'll delete and then span the gap. So I'll do that all the way down through here. I'll put the groundwork in and I'll get this connected up to the new bridges. Okay, that took a little longer than I expected. I do have a little bit of a kink down here I want to try to fix. This side worked pretty well, but this side didn't. So I want to kind of work on this ever so slightly. Let's get rid of that. Let's take this back to here. See if that works. Take this. That. And connect. See, it just puts a little kink in. When it tries to autocorrect, you just got to work this out just ever so slightly. And if that happens, just take a piece or 2 out. Oops. Come on. I said demolish. There we go. Connect and connect. And that looks a lot better. I mean, it still has a little bit of an S wave to it, but it's a lot better than what it was. So we should now be able to flip this switch, fill up the locomotive with fuel. We should be able to get to the sawmill a little bit better, a little bit smoother than what we did before. So I'm going to fill this up, take 5 pieces, toss them all in, close that back up, and hop on and throw that into forward for the reverser. 28% regulator or throttle, and take the brake off. And let's see what that does. Let's see how it looks. There is another method of being able to do that a little bit easier for straight track. But to get it to where you're double tracking things and keep things spaced out, the cross members work pretty dang good if you're going in straight lines. Going in curves, on the other hand, is a little bit more tricky. So I'm only at 28% throttle, and I mean, yeah, granted, I'm not carrying anything, but it's working pretty good. And also, we have a new locomotive anyways, so we still got to go back down and take a look at that. I just don't know how that switch is down there. It should be flipped the correct way. Okay. So there you have it. That made it that far. Now, let me brake. I'm going to flip this switch. There we go. No, come on. There you go. I'm going to reverse. And I do have to watch out because I do know this switch down here is flipped to where I can go down that line going that direction. So before I derail, like right here, this is one of them. There we go. That's one way of stopping. If you don't think you're going to stop in time, have full brake, flip the reverse of forward to reverse or reverse to forward, and throttle up, and it will start spinning the other direction and slow you down even faster. And it's very tough to see this switch with this tree. There we go. Now we're good. All right. Put this back down to reverse. Throttle up. Brake down. And we do have the other switch as well. This is another line right here that I also thought about bridging. So that way it's not having this high banking. All right. Throttle down. Brake. Yeah, that's what I thought. Take the brake off, throttle up a little bit, get a little bit closer to the switch, throttle down, and brake. Alright, flip this switch. We're just going to get past this switch here, get out, flip it again, and take that line back over the new section of bridge that I put down on the other side. Regulator up, brake off. And then once I get kind of through it, I'll that and add brake. Flip the switch back. All right. Forward. Regulator, brake. And whistle. Not really warning anybody except for Sasquatch, but hey. Might have to get rid of a tree or two here. Not quite sure. I don't know if that new locomotive is a little bit wider than this. We'll have to see and find out. I guess I should probably bridge this as well. But that will be in a different episode. That way this can get kind of leveled out. Right there. But yeah, this looks a lot better. This looks cleaner here. And it's a little bit smoother going downhill, and it'll be a lot faster going uphill. We'll get down here. I'm going to take the regulator off, coast, and then we'll get down here. We'll flip this switch, and then we'll head back to the depot and take the new locomotive out for a test drive. And honestly, what I'll do is on this stretch here, I'll take it up full speed. So that way you can see the full speed of this locomotive compared to the other one. So let's go ahead and throttle up all the way and let the go of the brake. And honestly, I do have to have this switch thrown here. So I did end up detaching the cars that were on this. So as you can see, this is full throttle. Not very fast. And as you can see, I just came almost to a complete stop just by throwing full throttle in reverse. So I need to flip these two switches. So I'm going to take Betsy back to the yard. And then why I call it Betsy? Well, that's what the game named the locomotive, Betsy. And what we'll do is, since the other switch is flipped, we'll go down to, we'll basically take a lap around the opposite direction. Now, I'm not quite sure what line this is going to be sending me to. Alright, this is going to send me straight into some rail cars, so let's go ahead and brake. And then we'll flip this one so it goes right. So that way I go this way. This switch is already facing to the left. It'll send me straight into those cars there. That way we can get Goliath out of the train yard. Alright, so we just started boiler pressure because our water temperature is up over 100 degrees. We have slight whistle. So let's release the brake. Let's see if we can back up a little bit here. See if we have any... Yep, we have a little bit of... Yep, just enough pressure there. Alright, there's that. Set the brake. Hop on out here. We'll crouch down. Right click on here. There's the pin. Alright. And then release the brake. Alright, our boiler pressure is up to 130. That is maxed. Air brake pressure is going up because you have the compressor on. You need to have the compressor to have your air brake going. Alright. I do need to flip the switch. So that way it opens it up from the right side. And this one is still... This one's actually good because this is still going to be coming in from this way. If it was flipped to the left, it would be coming in from that way. Alright. And release brake. Whistle. Got the echo. Gotta love it. And we should be good. Shouldn't need to worry about any switches. So I'm going to throttle on up. Actually, no. Our water level is still going up, so that is good. Now the max speed, we still won't have the max speed. I mean, I think this might be as fast as we can go. But we have more power. We have more tractive effort, meaning we have more traction from wheel to track. So that is a big, big plus. Oh, I forgot. Let me stop. I almost forgot we had this. Had this. This went out. And there we go. We now have a light. I forgot about that. Look at that. So, since it has a light, I wonder if this game eventually is going to have a day and night cycle. That would be absolutely amazing if it did. Alright, so we are going up and over this bridge here to go towards the logging camp. I'm not sure if it actually slowed down up the hill or not. Definitely going to pick up some speed here, though. I'm really hoping it doesn't derail, which I don't think it will. This is a pretty heavy locomotive. It's like 73,000 pounds or something like that. And they're going to have to redo the animation of this. The smoke coming out of this is going straight through the cab. Alright, so let's go ahead and lower that and brake because we are through this switch. Let's go ahead and throw this over, then we'll reverse. And then we'll go back the other way. This thing gets up and goes without any rail cars. I'm actually wondering how this is going to be with a fully loaded train now. Because you know Betsy was struggling with a full 8 cars. So, I'm really wondering how this is going to be. Now we got to go this way. And we got to get on the other side of this switch here. And then go the other way. Oh. There's a door here. Can I open this? I can. Awesome. Look at that. Try to keep it a little bit realistic here, I guess. Shouldn't we? And there we go. And we can actually keep that open and be able to see. So if we went ahead and Move that forward. I'm thinking this might be brakes. That's the hand valve. I'm going to release that and see what happens, and then I'm going to throttle. Nothing. Oh, I wonder if this is the throttle here. Let me do that. Hey, hey! What's this do then? Oh, that's the brake. Okay. The only bad thing is you can't really see very much. You can if you throttle down. You can if you... Ooh, window opens. You can if you crouch. That's what I'm trying to say. Can I open up that window from here? No, but I can cross through the boiler, like, you know. Alright, let's get into this view so we can actually see what we're doing. It is going kind of slow. But this is a... What did I put it down as? A 3%? When I stop for this switch up here, I need a save. I haven't saved in a while. So... I'm wondering, where did my HUD go? What was this? Y? No. What was the button for the HUD? I forget. H? Nope. Alright, so since that is... Alright, we need to brake and throttle down. Oh, there we go, there's the HUD. I know why it wasn't working, is because I didn't have this because I wasn't in actually operating the train. Did I not? I didn't set the brake. I thought I did. I thought this was the brake. I had the brake on the whole time. That's why it was going so slow up the hill. Duh. Alright. I need a save. Bam. Continue. Alrighty. So let me go ahead and flip this. And we should be good to go all the way back to where we started with Goliath. I wonder if these flags will actually fly in the breeze. I need to take a look at that. I didn't take a look at that. So let's pay attention to these flags and see if they actually move. I mean, oh, that is sweet. I mean, there's not much of an animation to them, but it's actually nice that they put that detail in where they actually started waving when you started to move. And our water level's up to 1900 now. Our fuel's only down to 74, so we didn't use that much fuel. Only about a quarter of our fuel we used doing that loop. Alright, we're going to open up the cylinder cocks. We're going to lower this down to 2%. Get the bell going, saying, hey, we're entering. Start slowing down here a bit. As we were going a little too quick. But that is one nice locomotive here. So I'm going to actually go into this view and take a screenshot. Bam! Alright, so there you have it, guys. We now have an actual locomotive that can get us places. So now, what we can do, open up the map here. If you look from the sawmill to the smelter, there is a valley that kind of goes south east and then rounds up back up to the northeast and then north up to the smelter. We'll then have to go out of that area, and then I wish I could just move my cursor on the map so you can actually see it. But to the right of the smelter, or to the east of the smelter, if you go back down south, you'll see a little ridge along that mountain about halfway up, and that's a ridge that we have to follow all the way down to the ore mine. And there's gonna be a waterfall we're gonna have to cross, and a bunch of other little valleys and stuff we're gonna have to bridge across. So it's gonna be, I mean, that's gonna be like, I think like a 6 to a 10% incline going up that hill at times. So this locomotive is crucial for us to succeed right now, because everything else to the southwest of the freight depot, the oil field, the ironworks, and the refinery, that's all pretty much flat as if it was with the 3 we've been to already, the logging camp, sawmill, and freight depot. But to get from the smelter down to the iron mine and coal mine, that's a different situation. And eventually we might actually be able to go through that valley on the far right or the far east and cut down through there. I don't know if that's a river. That might be a river down through there. We might be able to actually have a rail line. Just do a scenic route right down through there. I'm not sure. I'll have to take a look, but that sure looks like some type of river going down that valley. And I think that'd be kind of cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed. This was a little bit more of a building episode compared to the last one. But we were still able to accomplish a few things. Like I said, the new locomotive, we revamped our current line to make it better. There's still some improvements that we need to make, but I do want to, the next episode, try to extend our line from the sawmill out to the smelter and start working on that line going out to the iron ore mine. So hopefully in the next episode or 2, we will be at the iron ore mine. Anyhow, I'm going to end it here, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. And if you guys did like this, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Click that bell notification. That way you're notified whenever I go live or post something new. And if you didn't like it, don't be afraid. Don't hesitate to smash that thumbs down button. All right? Anything helps the algorithm of YouTube, help the channel grow one way or the other. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care.